What is up, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you at my dad's house after we watch this game. The Seahawks get a big and good win over the Indianapolis Colts by the final score of 28-16. Man, hell of a game today, man. Glad we got after it. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Nice stress-free win.
Yep, week one on the road. It was a little stressful earlier on with, the way that we weren't kind of getting off in the second half like we did the first half. It was kind of an opposite of last year in Atlanta, too, man.
Yeah.
Kind of an opposite of what happened last year where we had the slow start in the first half and then we unleashed hell on Atlanta last year. And now, basically, the defense, I guess, in the second half, unleashed hell on Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
But early in the game, man, let's get into it right here, man. So Indy got the ball. The only first negative was Jamal Adams got off to a little bit of an early jumpy start, and which took away a sack and kept Indy's drive alive. But positive while they were driving down the field, I would have to say, holding them to that Rodrigo Blankenship. That Rodrigo, you sunk my Blankenship field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge. And then Russell came out, and we just came out firing big time, man. How did this start out again? We're just doing the short plays, which was building up the big plays. Russell Wilson, we had 3rd and 9. It looked like we were going to get held. And then Russell Wilson got that opening, took it for a first down, which really kept our drive alive. And then Disley had a good little play. He had a couple of plays in this game. But then I got to say, man, then we had 3rd down going into about the 30. And then Tyler Lockett, man. Russell Wilson hits Tyler Lockett for that first touchdown. The way that he was running, he had to make that adjustment. It was kind of like in the Tampa Bay versus Dallas game back on Thursday where Godwin had to make that same adjustment and he couldn't bring it in. And Lockett, but the only difference is this time, Lockett made the adjustment and he made the catch. That was a hell of a catch and play with a great adjustment by Tyler Lockett to get us on the board with that first touchdown. He made it look more easier than Godwin did on Thursday night.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and I gotta say this, Tyler Lockett gets a game ball from me today, man. He had a hell of a...
Then he got the touchdown before half that kind of broke things open.
Yeah, I'll tell you...
It really was a huge touchdown.
Well, but before that...
We weren't doing much we weren't doing anything in the third quarter. We weren't pulling away.
Yeah, but first then, defense, man, after that, Rasheem Green showed us that USC muscle, forces a big 3-and-out, getting that 3rd down sack. When we had them pinned, were they pinned inside? Did we get them inside the 10 on that when we went the 3-and-out and Rasheem Green got the sack?
I think we might have,
yeah. Yeah, Rasheem Green, huge sack. We make them punt, and then we drive down the field again, and Gerald Everett, welcome to the Seahawks, catches his first touchdown as a Seattle Seahawk, making him the first player in NFL history to catch a touchdown pass from Jared Goff and Russell Wilson in his career. Always have to speak that out. And then later on, our defense just continued to get after Carson Wentz. I mean, we own Wentz, man. That's 6-0 all-time against Carson Wentz. We freaking own Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling, and don't take this personally, Indy, but when I saw your injury report, I had a good feeling that my Seahawks were going to come in here and take advantage of your injuries, and we did that and kicked the crap out of them. We took full advantage. No Xavier Rhodes, and Tyler Lockett had a monster game with 2 touchdowns, and Wilson had 3 touchdown passes in the third half. But other than that, kind of near the end of the quarter, we get the ball back again. We drive downfield, and then we get called for an illegal formation, making it a freaking wasn't it second down when we got the illegal formation call before Buckner, or was it first down?
I think it was first down.
Yeah, we get the illegal formation after we played it down. Then they get us on a corner blitz, which we didn't see coming, and then it was 2nd and 20, and this to me was my turning point. I didn't know how we were going to respond to that. I was thinking, oh man, they're going to hold us. And then Russell Wilson, man, gets the time in the pocket, launches it downfield. Tyler Lockett, wide open, bomb for a 70-yard touchdown or 69 yards, one of those two. That play to me was the turning point, and that was an amazing play, but most of all, an amazing throw by Russell Wilson to put it on the money to Lockett, and Lockett just got way ahead of those defenders, kept his footing when they tried to trip him up, and got it in for the touchdown. That to me was the turning point of the game, and it happened in the first half.
Yeah, it was the turning point of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because our offense was struggling to do anything in the third quarter.
Yeah, they kind of did, and then But I'll tell you what, defense gets a game ball too. I'm a little concerned though about Puna Ford. He looked like he hurt his back. We kind of got a little dinged up. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but I'm really concerned about Puna Ford. Maybe we'll make that move now to sign Geno Atkins during the week since now we got this done and now we got some time to make some moves. And then Posted got a little dinged up. Kyle Fuller, I mean, we did give up a few sacks, but most of all, I'll tell you what, I gotta give the game ball to the pass rush. They were just getting after Wentz, making him uncomfortable in the pocket, and we made him make mistakes. Granted, they were getting us on some of those pitch plays to the on the screen passes to the running backs, and then Pascal, we allowed 2 Pascal touchdown passes, but it's all good.
Yeah.
And then Carson had a key fumble, man, and I thought that was going to give Indy life, but then they go downfield. We hold them down to 4th and short, and then Frank Wright tries to go for it, and Wentz doesn't even get the snap off on 4th down, and DJ Reed, man, dove under another offensive guy, gets the fumble. That, to me, was another huge point. Granted, we had to freaking punt it away, though, but, man, that was another huge turning point. We gave them one, then they gave us one right back. That was pretty huge, and then later on, just the fact that the way we were getting after Carson Wentz, we were up 21-10 most of that game. They went downfield, and Frank Reich, like you mentioned, in that playoff game, he screwed him over. He screwed over Indy by making terrible play calls.
He should have kicked a field goal when they were down 21-10.
Yeah, twice. 2 times where they could have kicked field goals.
We iced the game with that last touch to the Metcalf touchdown.
Metcalf! And then, yeah, when we got going down there, it's like, okay, we're up 21-10.
He had a chance to make it a 1-score game, and he passed up on 3 points.
Yeah, he passed up on, so he basically left 6 points off the board. But when we, but yeah, when we,
then that second Pascal touchdown would have made it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, but thank God for Metcalf. And I remember that play. We drove down there, and then and he threw it right as the play was happening. Metcalf atoned.
Go ahead. He atoned for the false start and that stupid taunting penalty.
Yeah, they better not do that taunting against us. Now you can get ejected for it. But other than that, right as that play happened, I immediately did the thing. And I was like, Metcalf, and Metcalf made easy pickings of that play, man.
Yeah, he did.
This was, to me, I mean, I would say this was a dominant victory. This was a dominant victory. We took advantage of the Colts' injuries. Like, basically, everything came to fruition the way that me and Hawks Nest talked about it with getting pressure on Carson Wentz. We did just that. Game ball to Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. Game ball to the defense for just continuing to own Carson Wentz. Yeah. And
it was nice to get a double-digit victory to start the season.
Yep. Definitely love doing that. Back-to-back seasons with a double-digit win in week 1.
Back-to-back seasons with a road win to kick off the season, which is always sweeter.
Yeah, and then, man, just looking at what happened to Tennessee today against Arizona, man, makes me wonder, is their defense really going to be that bad? We'll have to watch the film a little later on that. But other than that, hell of a win. Glad I watched it with my dad today. I wore the throwback today, so, man, we were cooking. And I'll tell you what, hell, even give a game ball to Shane Waldron. He called a great game today on offense. But
yeah.
I just don't get why the hell we were going for it on third and going for the deep ball on third and short. We got to cut down on that and just make sure, just keep the drives alive. Just get the third down conversion for first downs, which is why we were light on third down conversions, because we kept going for it going for the long ball on third and short. But other than that, no complaints here today. Got a solid win against a good Indianapolis team that's a playoff team. And once again, we own Carson Wentz still. We still own him. That's 6-0 all time against Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
All right. Give me your thoughts down in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and depending on if the Monday night game's a blowout, you might get game picks tomorrow or Tuesday starting for week number 2. Anyway, Sam Dog Infamous 253 signing out. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks. Great win today, guys.